Axel! Vincent!
Isaac Strasny has finally found his sister. But Isaac is stunned, partially under the spell of Strahd von Zarovich, temporarily frozen in motion and emotion. Pure shock at the combination of events. The last thing Isaac dreamed about, had dolls created of, and violently sought for years, is just mere feet away, though may as well be on a different plane of existence. Irina Kolyana is in the clutches of Strahd von Zarovich, his strong grasp on her arm, her face terrified because this may be the last moment before he snatches her away to Castle Ravenloft. Strahd has been close for days, disguised as Vasily von Holtz. He has been flirting, playing, stretching his legs as it were, getting close and staying nearby. As you see the fear play across Irina's beautiful face, a dark cloud seems to blot out whatever feeble sunlight was pushing through the rain. The sound of bat wings, the cries of thousands of bats can be heard above. Any semblance of day that existed before has been removed by the winged creatures under Strahd's control, creating a maelstrom of winged shrieks rising and writhing above the kirk. The wicked grin on Strahd's face widens as he once more calls, "It is time to feast, my children. St. Andrel in his benevolent glory provideth for all." At your side is Rictavio and his saber-toothed tiger, ready for another fight after helping you rid Valaki of the Vistani servants. The panicked townsfolk fled to the kirk en masse, seeking sanctuary after Father Lucian invited everyone inside. The festival of the blazing sun turned into a bloodbath. With arrow and sword, spell, and bare knuckles, you eviscerated and choked the life out of the attacking Vistani who sought to bring you to Castle Ravenloft at the request of Count Strahd. The fight was maybe the most brutal of all during your time in the Valley of Barovia. The slate-gray sky seemed to cry heavy tears across the town square of Valaki, leaving you soaked and covered in the blood of your enemies. But how did it come to this? How did Erwin Mardukov, the kind, sensible, and good barkeep, come to lay dead in the town square by a bumbling burgomaster and his horse's stray hoof? How did you lead Irina, Freak, and Myrtle to this place that is now haunted by some of the worst undead imaginable? How are the betrodden and innocent folk of Valaki, folk who simply heeded their burgomaster's wishes and then sought shelter in a storm, supposed to live through an attack by so many vampire? Your thoughts drift momentarily to the tools of escape and the people that Madame Eva spoke of. The holy symbol of great hope, the sword of sunlight, and whatever will provide the knowledge of the ancient, and the person who will help you in the battle against darkness, none of which appears at hand in this hour of desperation. Less than a 10-day in this land, but has escape ever felt so far? I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Bum, bum, bum.
Starting off strong. Oh, starting off with a nat 20.
Same Z's.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. That's a lot of high rolls.
We're off to a good start.
Nice.
All right.
I want to use my daily inspiration.
Oh, don't use that for
Don't do that. Come on.
Going big so you can go home. Riku, you are facing down Strahd, and before the fight breaks out, before anyone can do anything, you hear Van Richten mutter two things. Save the girl, save the townsfolk. Those are the only two things that are important. You get to go first, Riku. What would you like to do?
Riku. Well, let's see. Fuck. I don't think I can really do anything to Strahd, guys.
I don't think you should do anything to Strahd.
I know, but
Charlie.
Do you have a silvered weapon?
I do, but I mean, I don't know.
We all do at this point.
To set the scene a little more clearly, he is currently grappling Irina.
Okay.
So that will change things for him.
Yeah.
He
So
is attempting to hold Ezek Strozny under his control and sort of failing to do so at the moment.
Okay.
And
'Cause
there
he
are
was-
vampires on the outside of the walls.
I was gonna ask. He was. I think he was leaving with her, right? Like towards us.
He wants to leave with her. That is
Yeah.
correct.
And then like I remember I got in the way.
If I
So
walk,
like he's not like hostile right now.
if I
He's just
walk
trying to
here,
leave.
would I provoke him?
You would not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. But I'd be close enough to this guy to try to interact with him, right?
You would be.
Okay. So I already tried to use dispel magic, and you said it wouldn't work, basically. I guess I would try to just kind of grab him and shake him around, and just kind of like give him like a smack across the face and say, "Snap out of it! You gotta help her. We need help."
I like that. Make a persuasion attempt.
Okay. 19.
Am I right in saying that as a bard, you can't get below a 10?
Uh,
Or is that not a thing?
I have a plus 10.
Okay. Okay. A 19's
So,
good
yeah.
enough. I think. Let me just double check something. We're going to make a will saving throw for him. He got a 14, so he failed, which is good in this instance, in that he snaps out of it. He is no longer stunned. And he looks at you and says, "Don't touch me," but then swiftly looks at Strahd and says, "I'm going to fucking kill him."
Oh, nice. That's what we
Whoa.
want, baby.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
will say that is your action. It's not
Okay.
an attack, but it's almost an attack, so I'm going to count it as your action.
That's fine.
If you'd like to use a bonus action, you may still do so.
No one's really got hurt this like so far, right? Like considerably
Correct.
hurt. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Then yeah, I will hold my bonus action because I need to save my bardics in case things surround me for now.
Okay. You begin to hear commotion. For those of you who can't see into the main area of the church itself, you begin to hear the moving of benches, people screaming, terrified. You hear two shouts from individuals: shoot them down!" And the two scouts who are with the group begin yelling for people to take cover, hide under the benches, and they begin shooting arrows at... Oh shit. And just for your pleasure of knowing this, I spilled a combination that was a little bit of coffee, a little bit of Allen's coffee brandy, and a little bit of almond milk.
Oh, okay.
Sounds sticky.
Yeah, not great, but it's all good. It is going to be Strahd von Zarovich's turn at this point in time.
Oh shit.
And he is going to begin to try to drag Irina away, and he will do so by moving to this door and opening it. And he doesn't have a lot of movement, but you are going to be able to see inside this room. And as he opens the door and he sees that it has no window, you can hear him curse, "Who doesn't put a fucking window in their study?" And then he will begin to move the two of them. Oops. I'm going to join them so that this is a little easier for me. Cool. And so moving the two of... Oops. Moving the... Come on, move the two of them. Why isn't that locked into the other? Let's try that. Nope. Just have to do it this way. They will begin to move in this direction to get away from everyone. And they'll go to there into the center of the kirk where they can see. He will hold on to her and move her. He will use... I guess opening the door was kind of his action.
Where are you going, Strahd?
I don't really think there's anything else he can do. That said, it brings us to Axel at this time. Axel, what would you like to do?
So our main mission is to stop Strahd from leaving with the lady, right?
If possible.
Ideally, yeah.
All right. All right. Probably regret
It-
this.
It feels kind of like it feels kind of like it's not going to happen, but it's worth a try.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta put it.
I just don't
What
want
do
to
you
get
mean?
I don't want to get deleted like
I'll get you, man. I got ranged healing. I can pick you up.
All
Yeah,
right.
you'll be fine.
well,
And I go
with
top of the
my
order, so you wouldn't lose a turn if you go
with-
down now.
with my 50 feet of
If you go
movement.
down now,
I'm top of the order, so he come back
if
up.
he just one shots you, I'll pick you up. Don't
With
worry.
my 50 feet, I can get up to them. Um,
Oh,
Bring it
Axel's
on.
Here.
so could I do a grapple check to try to separate the two?
You can. Yes, you can.
All right. I am raging. I use my
Okay.
bonus act. My bonus action was to rage, and so I'm going to try to separate the two.
All right. And just as a note, that is not a saving throw for him. So he will make an opposed athletics check.
Oh,
All right. You are able to rip Irina from his grasp.
no
and I will
shit.
say that she is now. Let me move her over to you. And you can pull her aside, and you could like push her away from you if you wish, or do something if you want to. Because as part of your action, I will say, especially because you have like 2 attacks at this point, you can sort of like move her aside or do something slightly else.
And I think that's the end of my turn. So
Okay. Ariel, what would you like to do? As you see Axel rip Irina from the grasp of Strahd.
Let's see. I can't really do much. I'll use my movement to get up to here. Let's see. I think I'm going to use my Celestial Revelation. Get that going.
What does that do?
It gives me a flying speed equal to my walking speed, and once on each of my turns, I can deal extra radiant damage equal to my proficiency bonus.
All right. That's pretty good.
How much height is in this church?
Quite a bit. I would say the church goes up about 40 feet in the
Wow.
center, 20 feet on the edges.
You can literally fly around in here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of the rare places you can actually fly inside of.
Always flies, huh?
He could definitely fly in here.
You got a horse and can fly?
Yep.
Jeez.
He's gonna have a flying horse
man.
eventually.
He's got
Yeah,
a
wait
Yeah, well.
till he gets that griffin.
Pegasus.
I can't wait for Find Greater Steed. And then, let's see, do I want to cast a spell or do I want to save them for smites?
Just as a note, you do know that there are 6 vampires on the outside of the walls plus
Just
Strahd.
how many spell slots, first level spell slots, do you have?
I have 4 total, but I already used 3 of them in the last fight.
Yikes.
Damn.
Oh.
I have two second level slots that I haven't used yet.
So you got 3 spells basically.
Would you call
Yeah.
those the even bigger nukes?
Yeah, because the spell slots, level 2 spell slots, that's the 4d8 against these guys. So that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would just start nuking shit.
You gotta,
But like magic weapon might not be bad to have against these. Oh no, we have
Fucking
silver weapon.
Axel has
Yeah, there's
a new
silver
magic
weapon.
dagger. But his what's it called? His great axe is silver though, so should be good here.
Instead, I am going to cast Bless
Ooh.
on myself, Axel, and Vincent. Sorry,
Oh.
Riku.
I'll take it.
It's all good.
All right, so that's Axel, Uriel, and Vincent. Okay.
What is that? A D4?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Is that your full turn?
That's my full turn.
Okay. Izek Strozny is going to charge forward past his sister and past Axel and yell, "Don't touch her!" And he is going to take a swing with his battle axe.
Hell yeah.
He's going to miss on that first one. He is going to connect, I believe, on the second. Yep, he's going to hit on the second. And he is going to begin digging into Strahd as much as possible.
Damn.
The 17 points of damage, I will say, are halved because he does not have a silvered weapon. But he does do a bit of damage to Mr. Strahd nonetheless.
Damn.
It's still pretty
And
cool.
he's going with that battle axe to try to hurt Strahd and to take him down as quickly as possible. And Strahd is fast enough to dodge out of the way as he loses control of Irina, but he's not fast enough to dodge the second swing. That actually brings us to Rictavio. Rictavio is going to... You got a lot of allies in this fight, which is quite good for you. He is going to use... protection from good and evil. And he is going to use it on... Let me see. It's got to be touch. Can he get there? 30 feet. He cannot get there, can he? Damn, Axel, you move too fast. He's going to get to here. And then he's going to move to here, and that will be his full turn. His saber-toothed tiger, however, can move much faster. And his saber-toothed tiger will move to here, and then we'll bound over to... That will move over some of the chairs and begin flanking Strahd for you, Axel.
Nice.
That said, we do have an event that occurs at this point in time.
Uh-oh.
As you are all beginning to engage in combat, the bats that you can hear shrieking and flapping above the kirk begin to invade, and they all burst in through different windows.
It's like a swarm of bats.
Yes, 5 different swarms of bats in particular enter the fray. And they will just enter. They're not going to do anything else this turn. They just show up. But you do have that to contend with as well. 6 vampires, Strahd, and several swarms of bats.
Well, we got this.
It is the vampire spawn's turn, however. And so the first one tosses this individual out the window and crawls in and begins to move over to this guy here. He will take a claw attack. That's going to be a miss. But the second is going to be a bite attack. And that is going to be a hit. This. That is going to be 4 points. Oh, nope, 7 points of damage. He's going to kill this young man here who fled away from Petrovna Valakovich. And he's going to bite into his neck quite severely.
Oh,
And
man.
he's going to drop dead to the ground. The other vampires are basically all going to do the same onto different individuals. This one here, this one to these guys here, this one here, 30, 40, and this one will get to here. It won't get there, far enough. And this one will go to this old person here. I'm going to make one attack for a bunch of these, just to keep things simple. it's going to be a hit on a bunch of them, and as long as it gets above like 3 points of damage, which it does, a lot of them are going to die. So I'm going to put blood on the ground around several of these folks to recognize that they are dead. This one, this one, this one, this one, and not this one down on the bottom left, just because of the movement it took to get there. And I think that's all of them at this point. That brings us to the common folk. What are they going to do? Well, what would you do? I think you would flee. This person will begin to try to go this way. This guy will begin to try to actually hold off on him. This guy will try to move, and he will take an attack of opportunity, which is going to be pretty rough for him, I assume. Yep. And with a claw that rakes out across his throat, he falls in a pool of blood. But most of the other folk are just trying to flee. To there. To there. This guy's going to stay. This one will flee to here. Blinksy is sitting there in a fit of terror, unsure of what to do. So he'll not move because he doesn't want to die from an attack of opportunity. But while this is happening, several of the common folk begin to change. And they begin to
Nice.
transform into were-ravens.
There they are.
Bird folk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And they are transforming to help in the battle against some of these folk. So I'm just taking them off the battlefield, and I'll put these were-ravens on. And you see at least 3 or 4 of them, looks like 3 right now, transform, and several of them will move forward to engage with the vampire spawn. To try to at least stop some of the killing that's occurring. They pull out short swords as they do so, striking. 14 is not good enough to hit. Let's see if there's another. 16 is good enough to hit, and a 22. All right, so some of these guys are going to take a little bit of damage at least. They do have silvered weapons, so they're going to do 5 damage to one of the vampire spawn and 3 to another, which is something. Better than nothing. And then we will go to Irina. Are you holding on to her, Axel, or are you doing anything in particular?
I got her by with one arm, but I'm not if she wants to run, I mean, I'll let go, and I would have told her to run towards the boys.
Okay. She will disengage, and then she will run. And she'll begin to barricade herself in the office, actually. And that will be her turn. Vincent, what would you like to do?
Run up to here. 5, 10. Stay, Arena. Stay in here.
Okay.
Get the other folk in here too, and he would yell out to the rest of the folk to run in there, and then he would run up to Octavio, turn left and see a vampire standing over this dead body, pull out a silvered arrow, shoot it at him.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Definitely a hit.
6 silver damage.
Okay.
And then do the same thing. Pull out another one.
All right.
This time, I'm gonna use a sharpshooter and try to shoot him right between the eyes.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's -5.
Is that a 16?
You can put bless on it too.
I know. I have a
it-
4 if it doesn't hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, good. So that will do Oh, nice. 9 plus 10, so 19.
And that one seems to give the vampire spawn quite the thump into the chest. It is a strong hit. Is that your full turn?
Well, that's probably all my movement and all my action. And I don't know if I have any other. That's it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the turn.
All right. Riku, what would you like to do?
Well, I guess I would have seen Irina go into this room, and then Vincent run up and take a couple shots around the corner.
And I yelled out to all the other guys to like run to safety into there too.
Yeah. I was gonna do something to help Irina, but she's already in that room, so she seems okay now. So I'm gonna round this corner, and then go to attack this vampire. $23.
That's a hit.
7 damage.
All right. 7 silver damage. That definitely hurts this guy.
And just gonna hold my ground for now.
Okay. The individuals who are shooting bows and arrows up on the right side of the church, you can hear them yelling, "More, shoot more arrows!" And you actually recognize them as 2 individuals who were at the bar, sort of sitting at the bar. One of them's going to hit. It will do a bit of damage with one of their bows, and they are shooting at D in particular, so that's going to do a little bit of damage to D. Not a ton, but they're helping out. They're doing the best they can. That said, it does bring it back to Strahd. Oh wait, sorry, I jumped over one attack there. Just see if this guy hits, and he does not. Cool. Strahd looks around at the tiger, Izixtrosny, and Axel, and he says, "No, you won't stop me from taking her." Let's see what he's gonna do.
Be gentle.
He is going to... He's going to take an attack against you, Axel.
That's 9. Shit.
He missed.
Oh my
I assume.
god. Yeah.
And then he will take a bite against Izixtrosny. Oh, that's going to miss.
Wow.
Oh man.
Damn. All right. I think that's his full turn. So he will end his turn there. What would you like to do, Axel?
Well, shit. I was thinking of should I attack Strahd, but he attacked me first, right? So
He did.
Yeah. And what's up with these these bat swarms? Like,
Oh, they will go at some point.
yeah, but
They're just like swarming
they're
into the
against
church.
us, right? They're not on our
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
very much so.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like the saber-tooth tiger and Izek, whatever, have Strahd. They got him, And Rictavio, I know Rictavio wants a piece. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll take a shot at Strahd. So that I can run away. Yeah, and I'm going to
Disengage.
recklessly attack him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you already have advantage because of the tiger?
You do have advantage because of the tiger, yeah.
All right, then I won't be reckless unless I get like quadruple.
Nah.
Oh, and this is Great Weapon Master, so this is gonna be
Okay.
a -5.
I will tell you that you have to beat a 16.
I don't think I'm doing it. Wait, -5. Oh, I have to go a 4. Wait, do I get a 16 or I
D4.
beat a 16?
So with great, are you going with Great Weapon Master or
Yeah,
not?
so it'd be 12, but then if I have the blast, so it'd be 4, so that would
Yeah,
get
you
me
have to roll
16. if I
four.
Roll, yeah,
You
roll
have
the
to-
roll the
you have
d4.
to
Yeah.
roll a 4.
All right.
Here we go.
Ooh, got a 1. Okay.
Uh,
So, but
Unfortunate.
because I attacked him, I can still get away without taking an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
How far am I from? Okay, yeah. So I can temporarily. I'm gonna go into Riku's square
Okay.
to attack A with my extra attack, and this one will be reckless, and we're great weapon mastering it.
I would say if you want, you can get to this spot with all your movement, like to climb over everything and to get there.
I suppose that, you know, I don't know what these I'm cautious about this bat swarm. I'm not gonna.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
But yeah, so then I'll do that anyway though, and recklessly attack and great weapon master A.
Okay.
It's probably smart to try to form the line here.
So it'd
That's
be
definitely a hit.
18. Okay.
Why would you recklessly when you already have advantage because of Riku?
I
That
just
was-
do it. It's whatever.
What do you get when you do that?
I get
Gives
to
him
go
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, but can you
He's
just,
just a reckless dude.
is there a disadvantage to it, or do you have so many charges of it?
They get advantage against him
Yeah.
when he does it.
So
Oh,
it's
so
12.
He like leaves
so
himself open, basically.
22 with a silver great axe. 22 damage with a silver great axe.
All right. 22.
To A.
A is bloodied, and you begin raking into the back of this vampire with your axe, and there's like a shriek as you clearly are causing it pain. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Axel?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Uriel, what would you like to do?
Let's see.
It's pretty badass.
So I think you can get to here. That's 20 feet. So
So
I'll take a swipe at A.
Some of that gang shit here.
Okay,
25 to hit.
that is a hit.
So 10 damage total.
Okay, 10 damage total.
Is it still up?
It is still up.
3 of that's radiant.
What am I gonna get? 3 that's radiant, yeah. Ooh,
Uh,
26.
That's also a hit.
Let's see, another 11 damage.
Okay, 11 damage. How would you like to do this?
I guess as I fly by, I just reach out and like stab a couple of times with my Iklua, and one of them just goes like through the back of her head. I pull it out as she turns into dust because she's a vampire.
Okay, and as this happens,
So
it does die. Just checking one thing. Yeah, okay, good. Is that your full turn?
And then I use the rest of my movement just to like get back to back with Axel.
Nice.
Strike a pose.
And that brings us to Isaac Strozny. Although before he goes, Strahd is going to take a legendary action. And he is going to take...
You allowed to do that?
He is.
how dare he?
He's going to take a bite attack back on the saber-toothed tiger.
Oh!
No, not
no.
the tiger.
He bites
That's
Strahd,
gonna
he
be
bites
a-
back.
20, and that is going to be a hit. It's actually not going to do a lot of damage to the tiger, though.
But is it going to be a vampire tiger?
A vamp tiger. 21 points of damage, actually. That's quite a bit. That's the legendary action, and he will stay there. Isaac Strozny is going to go to the other side of Strahd and take a strike. 2 hands with his great axe at this point, so he's going full out with it. The first one is a miss. The second one is a hit. He is going to do... oh, bummer. Only 5 points of damage. But he is connecting, nonetheless. Rictavio is going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Izixstrasny, which means that he has advantage against... He cannot be possessed by like charmed or frightened, so any sort of thing like that that Strahd's going to try to do against him will fail. That will be Rictavio's turn. The Saber-Toothed Tiger, he's going to take a claw attack against Strahd, and that is going to sadly be a miss. And this is where the bats begin to join the fray. They will begin to swarm this guy. They will take a bunch of attacks there, here. Let me just see here, and Father Lucian. I'm going to do one attack for the Were-Ravens. That's going to be a miss. Father Lucian and the Commoners. That's going to be a hit. And let's see how much damage is done. Ooh. So that's going to be 7 points of damage against the Scout there. Father Lucian is going to go down.
No.
So there's going to be a pool of blood around him.
Oh, weakling.
And I couldn't
Hey.
revive them with the spell.
You don't know if they're dead. It definitely hurts. Axel, the attack against you.
I just mean like mechanically, like he's an NPC, so it wouldn't work, right?
Probably not. 20 to hit Axel.
That's a hit.
Christians. And that's going to be 4 points of damage.
Are you raging?
Yeah. So it's 2.
The Raging Cajun. The vampire spawn. They will begin to move into a place to attack more folk. This one here. This one's fighting this one. That one. This one will begin to fight you, Uriel. I'm going to take the attack against Uriel first. 17 to miss. Oops, that was the wrong thing, technically. +2. Would a 19 hit you, Uriel?
It would.
Okay, so that one's going to actually hit. And that's going to be 7 points of damage with the claw attack. And then it will take a bite attack against you. That's going to miss. The
Are
others...
any of their attacks necrotic damage?
The bite might be if it hits. They're going to miss the Were-Ravens by the looks of it. And let's see if they hit the Commoner. Oh yeah, they hit the Commoner, and I think it's going to auto-kill this Commoner up here. So this guy is going to die. Alright, I think that's all of their turns. The Commoners continue to flee as they can. In this instance, they're all going to go down here towards the exit. These ones here are going to all go this way. And they're going to try to get out, I think. Danica begins to turn into a Were-Raven. Her children begin to turn into Were-Ravens. And she tries to grab freaking Myrtle and the other kid there and try to get them out the windows over near that area. So that's going to be their turn. The Were-Ravens, in turn, are going to take some attacks with their short swords against the vampires. That's going to be a hit. That's going to be a miss. And that's going to be a miss. So one of them will hit, and it will do just a little bit of damage. Oof. Wow, it's like really rough. 2 points damage against one of them. This one. And that will be their turns. Irina still has that door barred. You can hear her pushing furniture against the door, Vincent, from the other side, but it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Going to... who's my next target? Gonna take a shot at F, I think. over on the right side.
All right. Shot at F.
Yeah, and I'm going to. Might as well use my sharpshooter. That's what we're here for. So 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 20 damage.
Is that a silvered arrow?
It is a silvered arrow, yes.
Damn.
All right. That's a solid hit. Definitely hurts.
All right, and then might as well take a follow-up sharpshooter.
Yeah, make use of that bless.
10. I know it's a 10, so I don't know. Probably not enough. 13.
Not enough,
Not
sadly.
enough.
Yeah.
All right. So that's that, and then gonna use some movement to get over to the boys. Run over here, slide, and retrieve 2 of my silvered arrows, if they're still usable.
They are, as a matter of fact.
Boom, boom, boom.
And I'll count that as your bonus action to do that.
Sure. And then that'll be it then.
Okay. Riku, what would you like to do?
Question. Do
Yeah.
I think that I could maneuver around this vampire to perhaps flank him without getting attack of opportunity from that?
You could move to be diagonally flanking with Axel, but not with Uriel.
Oh, so like here?
Like right here.
Okay. Without taking the attack of opportunity?
Correct.
Okay. Alright, yeah, then that's what Riku's gonna do.
All
Moving
right.
here. He's gonna try to attack B.
Okay.
He's looking for that sweet advantage.
Gotcha.
Alright. Alright. So 25 I assume hits.
Does.
Ooh, max damage.
All
Um,
right.
I think I'm also going to use my my thing here. Use one of my bardic inspirations, and so it's another. I think it's a D8 now, right? Yeah, it's a D8.
Yes.
Okay. So then another 4 damage, so 17 damage total.
Damn.
And then let me see, where am I in relation to this other thing? Okay, yeah. So then that is also going to go on my AC for now. At 4. So now I have a 17 or an 18 AC until my next turn.
That is such a sweet ability.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So that was 13 points damage on that guy. That's B.
17 total. 17.
Oh, 17 total. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could potentially add 8 to your AC.
Yep.
That's crazy.
All right. That will bring us to one of these scouts who is fighting for his life at this point. He draws his short sword, takes 2 attacks. The first one's actually going to be a hit. The second one is going to be a hit. So he will slash and do, oh, nice, max damage on that one, nearly max damage on that. He will end up doing a decent amount of damage to one of these vampires, as a matter of fact. They're chipping away at their health over there. And the other one will continue to fire arrows. So they're trying. They're giving it their best shot. Arrow hit. Arrow. Oh, wow. Arrow hits. And they will do a total of 7 points of damage to another one. I actually think it's going to be the same one that Vincent pumped a bunch of arrows into. That will be their turns. Axel. Strahd. Strahd is going to get 1 legendary resistance back, or 1 legendary action back. He is going to. He's going to turn into a cloud of mist.
Uh-oh.
And that will be his action. And as a cloud of mist, just move him appropriately. You see the mist move towards the door where Irina is. And that, I think, is technically his whole turn. Yeah, that's his whole turn. Axel, what would you like to do?
Do I have advantage on B?
You do.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna assume my back was to whatever Strahd was doing, so I didn't actually see him do that, because yeah, unless Rictavio says something.
I mean, Riku would shout it out probably.
Yeah, Rictavio would have shouted it out too.
Okay. So does that mean I have to go chase the mist?
I mean, all you see is mist. So
So I don't. Axel doesn't know what the hell is going on. All he knows is what's in front of him here, and he's going to attack B with Great Weapon Master. Yeah.
I mean, thinking these numbers and then dealing with the Irina situation is probably not a bad idea.
So.
Great Weapon Master?
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Okay. So 25 for that first attack.
Damn.
Okay.
And then I'll try for my extra attack there and see what happens. Another great weapon master attack. So that's
What's the D4?
9.
That's a 9er.
So if I'll get I don't think a 13.
Yeah, even with a 4, you don't think you would be able to do it.
So yeah, end turn.
Okay. You do drop 20 points of damage or whatever that was, 25 points of damage onto the vampire between the two of you. It does not look great. It is taking hits. It is bloodied at this point. Uriel, what would you like to do?
So whereabouts is Strahd right now? Is he like at the door?
There is here. I will keep his token out so you can see it, but he is a cloud of mist in that area.
Okay.
Like a cloud of mist, sort of phased over there.
Alright, I'm gonna try something a little crafty, and I am going to drop Bless and cast Moonbeam.
Whoa.
So a silvery beam of pale light shines down a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. So I guess I try to do it like here, so it hits him and covers the door as well.
Okay. And what do I need to do for that?
What the fuck is that?
Explain yourself, wizard.
It's one of my paladin spells. So let's see. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames and must make a con saving throw of, let's see, what is it? Of 14.
Okay.
2d10 on a failed save or half as much on a successful save.
And that is
All
A shape
creatures?
changer- Yeah, but a shape
I
changer makes a saving throw with disadvantage.
wow. Constitution?
Yep.
Okay, so it's just a flat saving throw in this instance, a 13.
Oh, we failed.
Okay. Go
So
ahead
takes
and roll
2
your
D10.
damage.
So let's see. So 9 radiant damage, and he also instantly reverts back to his original form.
What?
And
Holy shit.
and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
And
Okay. And
What?
then
What a crazy spell.
And it heals every party member for 3d8.
Get out of
Wow.
here.
I made
I made that last part up.
I don't know.
So it's like that, right?
Yeah, and it stays there.
Wow. All
But-
right.
Is
but
each of the,
can we
wait, are
get
each
to
of
the
these
door
blocks
now?
Are each of these blocks 5 feet or 10 feet?
Can you move it, or is it just
How
where you
long
put
does
Is
it?
it a 5-foot radius or is it a 5-foot diameter?
5-foot radius.
Oh shit. All right. So I assume you're gonna want it more like this, in like this space here.
Yeah, and I would have yelled out like, "Irina, back up from the door!" before I cast it.
Yeah, she's okay. She can see the holy aura blasting through under and around the frame of the door, but she's fine.
All right. How long does it last, big guy?
Up to a minute.
Okay.
That's pretty
Fine.
dope.
It's like a
Is that
holy
your-
spotlight.
Is that your full turn?
Let's see. Can I bonus action anything?
You
That-
got your shield master.
That thing would
That's
friendly
only,
fire,
that's only
right?
if I take the attack action. Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
does friendly fire. So everyone stay out of that. That's just to protect Irina from Strahd McBastard's face. I will use my bonus action to harness my channel divinity to get a 2nd level spell slot back.
Okay.
Let's see. And I'll just keep squaring up with Axel.
Gotcha. And that will bring us to Isaac Strozny, and he will yell, "I'm gonna push him in!" Charges. And he's going to make a strength check to barge Strahd right in. Strahd will make a reflex saving throw or a dexterity saving throw.
Damn.
He will succeed. But Isaac is trying to like toss Strahd into the moonbeam of light because
That's
seems
pretty
like a good
badass.
idea. Rictavio will attempt to do the same and pin him down
Right?
in this light.
Like we gotta all surround him in this beam of
Is
light,
Is this the moment we can take out Strahd?
Right?
right?
That's going to be a hit for Rictavio.
What happened?
This is like
He's-
a fucking anime moment right here.
I don't know if we have enough. I
Our
don't
powers
know if we have
combined.
enough
Everybody
damage.
hold the bad guy in the beam of
Got
light.
it.
Seriously, though, how much
Scale
health do you think
damage.
he has? Like 200?
Strahd will take a legendary action, and he will attempt to drag Isaac Strozny into the light with him.
It doesn't even bother him. He's like, this isn't that bad.
I know, alright.
That's going to be a 2. So as long as Isaac doesn't also get like a 2 or something, I think he's fine. Oh no! A
He got
natural
it.
1.
Get
Wow.
out of here.
Isaac!
Is he gonna drop that
Alright.
axe? Is he gonna drop that axe?
So you do begin to see his fiendish arm be burned
Ooh.
in this
Nice.
moonlight. And he's like screaming in pain. Do you want to just roll damage for that really fast, Ariel?
This is pretty awesome.
Oh no, almost max
Using-
damage.
Oh.
17.
Using
Yeah,
this
but
beam
does it-
against us now, this
But
is
does
so
it do
great.
it to both,
Like-
though?
The 17 damage in this instance only does it to Isaac because it's a legendary action by Strahd, which is like a weird in between. The saber-tooth tiger will use all of its action and turn and movement to get outside of the beam here, and it's sort of like pacing back and forth like a cat does when it's watching and like a creature it wants to pounce on. That will be its turn, and then we come to the swarms
Wait,
of bats.
he has to make a con saving throw to see if he takes half that much damage.
I think it's only on his turn, right?
No, it's when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts his turn there.
So he
So it just
didn't.
says
He
a
didn't take
turn.
his
He
turn.
got forced in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sorry, wait. Are you referring to Isaac or Rick or Strahd?
Is it?
is it?
He has to
He
take.
can-
He has
he
to
can
do
at
the
least
saving
take
throw to see
half,
if he takes full or
hopefully.
half damage.
Gotcha. I will do that. Oh,
Good
it's,
look out
he
for-
saved. He saved.
Oh hell yeah! So he takes half that.
So that's gonna actually be 8 points of healing back to him. Cool. He's a little less pained by that. Swarms of bats. First and foremost, Axel, you are going to take 3 points of damage from the swarm of bats. The ravens are going to take some attacks. That's going to be a hit, and they're going to actually have 8 points of damage dealt to both of them. That's pretty rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Max damage.
Let's see. Oh, the other guys. Let's see. That's going to be a hit. And this last one is actually going to move in on this guy and take an attack as well.
Our meat shields are starting to run out.
Okay, so yeah, some of these meat shields up here are not looking good. I'm just going to throw it out there. One of them is down to 5 HP. One of them is down to 11 of 16. But that's the swarms of bats.
Heal some of our buddies.
Vampire spawn. The one next to you, Uriel, is going to fully engage with you. It will begin. You do begin to see some of its wounds begin to heal. So it will regain some HP. And then it will begin laying into you, first with the claws. That's going to be a 26 to hit with a natural 20.
Oh no.
And that's just claw damage.
44.
Oh hell yeah. Only
This is the
11.
bite attack. The bite attack's going to miss. The were ravens, they're going to take several different attacks. This is for one of them. It's going to be a hit. This is on the scout. That's going to be a miss. And they're going to take, let's see. Yeah. Silly dice. There we go. 7 points of damage to one of the were ravens. The were ravens are holding their own. They're like not doing terrible. I think that's all the vampire spawn in this instance. Yeah. The were ravens will take some attacks with their short swords. They're, trying to fend them off as best as possible. It looks like they're all going to hit, so I'm going to apply this damage to a bunch of the different vampire spawn. Which then brings us to the interloper. There is somebody else who barges open the front doors of the church. And I will send you a link of what this individual looks like because she's pretty cool.
And it's a she.
It is.
It's like
And you see what appears... It does appear to be a Vistani woman. She has a hand axe in one hand and a rapier in the other. What appears to be a metallic prosthetic is on one leg, appears to be her right, and she's wearing what appears to be like an open, not like a formal wear coat, but like an open red, luxurious sort of coat that on the inside you can see has many different stakes, wooden stakes of varying lengths and sizes affixed to the inside, the way that a watch salesman may have watches affixed to their coat. And she enters and she goes, "Rudolph van Richten. Damn, it's good to see you. Shall we kill some vampires?" And she begins to sprint forward and she says, "It's been a while, Richten, or as they call you now, Rictavio. Is the vampire in there?" And he goes, "Esmeralda? What are you? Just help us in the fight." And Rudolph van Richten / Rictavio seems very flummoxed by the arrival of this individual. But so far as you can tell, they're clearly on your side. Irina will continue doing what she's doing, barricading the door on the other side, and that brings us to Vincent.
Is her name Buffy by any chance?
It is not, sadly.
Alright, I don't know if Vincent necessarily saw this around the corner, but either way, he's gonna shoot at F. We're gonna continue on to the one that I was taking care of earlier.
Nice.
With a silvered arrow. Just a regular shot.
Okay.
16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Alright, 10 damage.
All right. 10 damage to F. And that is bloodied.
Alright, I rolled a 7? Alright, follow-up shot. We're going
Okay.
for a sniper, because I need to make sure we do enough damage to kill this thing.
Okay.
Take it down.
Alright, 18 minus 5.
That is
13.
only a 13. That is going to be a miss.
And I don't have blessed anymore. Alright. Then run over here.
Okay. And you see the new person in the room.
Yeah, and be like, "Whoa! Where'd you come from?"
Oh, I just followed the
you?
bats.
Yeah. Strahd's in there. And he points to the beam of light.
She gives a grin, and you can see her sort of flourish her rapier and say, "Excellent."
And he likes this girl. Like, all right, good. And that's it.
Okay. Riku.
We're gonna stab this man's again. I need to advantage here. Yeah, the 15. Does that
That's
hit?
it. Yeah.
Ooh. 12 points of damage.
Nice. And your
That's it.
rapier sort of slides through.
Yeah, not gonna do fancy stuff this time.
Okay. The scouts are fighting for their lives. I'm just going to try to drop some attacks real fast to them. That's actually going to hit. That's going to be pretty good. They're going to do 8 points of damage to 2 different vampires. And those vampires are also healing when they're doing every round basically. But they are like doing some levels of damage. So if you can drop enough damage in a single round, you might be able to take them out. That would be the scout's Strahd. So he has to make a Constitution saving throw. He will attempt to do that. He will fail, but then he will succeed. So it's only going to do half damage. Do you want to roll damage on that for that Ariel? He's
Yeah,
going to
I'm
use a
going.
legendary resistance on this.
He's gonna fail, but actually he doesn't.
Yeah.
Come on, big numbers. So he took 6 radiant damage.
Okay. It's not bad. 6 radiant damage. Let's see. He will also begin to drag him and Isaac over towards the door, and he will open the door towards Irina to go towards her and be like, "There's no fucking windows in here." But that will be his turn nonetheless. Axel, what would you like to do?
What would Axel like to do? So B is he's bloodied?
B is bloodied.
Okay. And Riku, you hit him with a 15, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means if I Great Weapon Mastered, I would need a roll of 14 to actually hit him. But you know what? I have 2 attacks, so we're gonna go for it. And I have advantage still?
You do.
Alright, yeah. Great Weapon Mastering B. We do not hit.
Yeah.
Axel is frustrated by that, so he's just gonna regular attack him. Although, what are the chances I roll that bad again, right?
That's how I look at it.
What are the
Yeah.
chances?
Yeah,
Right?
we're a gambler. We like to
I like
gamble.
to
We're a
be
Great Weapon
50-50.
Mastering again.
Okay.
Yeah. And we still roll poorly.
So it would be an 11, is that right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's not enough to hit.
But yes, I will do my attacks, and then I will stare down the swarm of bats that's been pecking at me.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Okay. Uriel, what would you like to do?
Take a swing at B, I suppose. And would I have advantage, or it's
You
just
d-
Axel and Riku?
You do not, but that is still enough to hit.
So 9 plus the 3, so 12 damage total. 3 of that is radiant.
Okay. That is going to prevent that vampire from regenerating any health this turn. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I'll take another swing at him if he's still up.
Okay.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh,
So
that'll do.
16, another 16 damage.
all right. Another 16 damage. That's pretty good. Still up, sadly.
God damn. I guess I'll try to shove him.
Getting prone.
Yeah.
All right. This guy, is it a strength saving throw?
It doesn't say. Where's the
Usually
Where's
do
shove?
athletics.
Gotcha. Okay.
Says using the attack action, blah blah blah. I make a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength or dexterity check.
Yeah, he made a strength check. So you got to make a 15 or better.
Ooh, got a nat 1.
Yeah, not this time. Stays up on
Yeah.
his feet. These vampires are a little stronger than that. Good.
Yep, that's everything for me.
All right. Isaac Strosny needs to make a Constitution saving throw because he's starting his turn. In there, he's going to take full damage. Go ahead and roll for that, Uriel.
Eight damage.
Oh, that's not bad. Takes the 8 damage. He is going to begin just like using the axe. Oh, gosh, what does he do? One-handed. That's going to hit Strahd. It's going to be 12 points of damage on Strahd because he's in the flames at this point. They're just going at each other. Like in the moonlight, they're just going at each other. He's also going to use his demonic arm to hurl fire at Strahd, which is going to hit. And in the midst of this like radiant moonbeam, you see this fire emanate out of his arm onto the side of Strahd's face, causing 9 points of damage.
We're doing pretty good, boys.
It comes to Rictavio, who, from his vantage point, can't really do anything, although he is going to cast. Let me see.
You're gonna win the campaign right here.
He's going to cast Death Ward on Isaac Strosny, so that if he falls to 0 HP, he instead pops back up with 1. The saber-toothed tiger is actually within range to strike here, so it will do so. That's going to be a hit. It's going to do 11 points of damage against Strahd.
Nice.
Tiger's pretty good. That brings us to the bats. Poor Axel is going to go down because of a bunch of swarms of bats. Not in this instance, actually. And then the ravens, they also get missed. That's pretty good, actually. And then the scouts, let's see if they get hit. Nope. Everybody dodges their attacks, but that does bring us to the vampire spawn. And most of the vampire spawn have not been hit by radiant damage, so they're going to heal up, except for the one hit by Uriel.
Yeah, bitch.
So a bunch of them heal up, but the one in front of you is doing poorly. It will take some strikes with its claws. And that is, the first one is going to be at Riku. The second one is
Hey.
going to be at Axel. And that will be 8 points of damage to Riku, 7 points of damage to Axel. That will be that vampire's turns. The other ones are trying to down the scouts. Ooh, that's a bad look for the scout. The ravens are not going to be hit by the looks of it. Yeah, the scouts are going to take 10 points of damage apiece. I believe the scouts both fall by the looks of it.
The
Actually,
Rangers?
yeah, the Rangers. One of them is still up with 1 hit point left.
Oh.
The commoners continue to flee, those who can. There are many who have been struck down. So I'll just sort of bring these guys out of the room. They'll go down there. The were-ravens will take a few attacks, but they are beginning to tire, and they might begin to try to flee instead. They will hit, so I'll give them some damage to lay down on the vampires across 3 of them. But I think we're almost back to the beginning of the round, but we got to do Vincent first by the looks of it. Oh, Esmeralda's here. That's right. We got to do Esmeralda. She has a 10 in the initiative, so right after these guys.
She'd be before me.
She is. She will throw her hand axe into Strahd from where she's standing. That's going to be a hit, and she's going to do 4 points of damage against Strahd with the hand axe, and you can sort of see it like stick into the side of him. That will be her turn there. She can't really get close enough. Actually, can she? She can sort of stand here to get close enough. She'll take 2 attacks with her rapier into the circle as well. First one's going to be a miss, and the second one is going to be a miss as well. Okay. That brings us to Vincent. What would you like to do?
All right, Vincent's going to notch another silvered arrow from his quiver, aim it at F. But before he lets go, he's going to look at Esmeralda and say, "Hey, can you use those stakes on Strahd?"
I can. She can use them on Strahd.
Mm. All right. All right, for now, I'm going to try to finish off F still, I guess. So then I'll let go of that arrow. Regular shot.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to no.
How many silvered arrows do you have in total?
I had a dozen.
Okay. And so you should have 6 left by my calculation?
Um, no, because I retrieved the 2 back and then shot 4 more. So I'm -4 total. That's 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot, be down to 7.
Okay.
Hopefully try to retrieve them all again. But I really want to do my sharpshooter, but I don't want to miss. I'm going to do sharpshooter because I want to be able to do 2 things.
Is that
Not enough.
sharpshooter?
Yeah, it was. So it's not
Okay. No, that's not enough.
enough. So frustrating. All right, regular shot. There you go. 23 to hit
That's a hit.
for 6 damage.
Do you have any arcane archer stuff left or not?
I do. I just wanted to use it on not these people.
Nope. Just wondering.
Yep.
All
So yeah, I
right.
got 2 of my arcane left. So I haven't used any of them.
Gotcha.
So that's all I got.
Okay. It does hurt that vampire in particular. Before we start the 5th round of combat, let's take a 5-minute break because we're nearing the halfway mark of the session. Good time to strategize and do what you need, and let's reconvene at 8:30. All right. That does bring us to Riku. What would you like to do?
Riku's gonna stab a man's again. Shoot. Gonna roll more time. Oh, that one's better.
That's a very good hit.
Ooh, very bad rolls. 9 damage.
Okay.
And yeah.
How would you like to do this?
Riku just stabs him from behind through the heart. You see the Riku's rapier just pierce through his chest out the other side.
Gotcha.
He pulls it out, he slumps to the ground, and Riku just stands over him, whips his rapier across, and blood gets it off. He aims it at his next target, which is the swarm of bats.
Done and done.
You whipped it.
Anything else that you would like to do?
Bonus action, heal self.
Healing word.
Yeah,
Okay.
Selfish.
yeah. That's 6
Not terrible.
points. Healing. Okay.
The scout is holding on for dear life at this point. He is fending off the vampire, which is closing in on him. He's just trying to drop as much. Ooh, wow, natural 20 on that. So he's just trying to drop as much damage on it basically before he dies. He's going to end up doing 16, which is going to be halved onto D for 8 points. Okay. The good news is that vampire won't heal back up to full because of this guy's death. Strahd, he needs to take I'm just going to say he's going to burn another legendary action. So it's going to be half damage, or legendary resistance. So it's going to be half damage. Go ahead and roll damage for it, Uriel. How many rounds does it last? 10?
Yeah. Last 10 rounds.
Okay.
So
So-
9 more radiant damage.
So in this instance, he'll only take 5. And for his turn, he will say, you hear him shout, "Vampire hunters or not, you're all going to die." And he will... He will bite Izek, and that's a fail. And then he will... Oh gosh, I don't even know what he's supposed to do here. He'll strike at him. He'll just try to hurt him. And that's going to be a hit for quite a bit of damage. For 28 points of damage on Izek Strozny as he tears into his flesh. And he does not recover HP in this turn. That brings us to Axel. What would you like to do?
So the vampire was fighting his dead. I got this swarm of bats on me. So if I attack a swarm of bats, is it like I attack all the bats at once?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can either do that or I can let them take an attack of opportunity on me and go fight somebody else. How bad is I know Vincent's been shooting F. Is F
F
bloody?
is bloodied, yeah.
Okay.
Or F was bloodied at one point, I would say.
Oh. Okay. I can get over there. Help out that were-raven. So we'll do that. Well, so the bat swarm E is gonna get an attack of opportunity on me.
Okay. I will make one attack. And I don't think... Yeah, they don't hit.
Nice. Okay. And then I'm gonna go get an F's face, and I don't have advantage, so we're going to recklessly attack F. Missed my 2 attacks last time, so it's just gonna be normal, regular attack.
Okay.
But advantage because it's reckless.
That's a hit.
All right, 21 to hit. And so we're raging still, so that's 11 silver damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we hit the first one. So now we're gonna use Great Weapon Master and take a -5 on this next one. Ooh,
Oh shit, that's a hit.
yeah.
Damn close.
Yeah, so this is plus 10 plus 2, so 19 damage with my silver great axe
Wowzer.
on the second attack. I think I use most of my movement, so we'll stay here. Actually, is there anywhere I can move to get advantage? So is E? I think I used 40 movement to get here, right?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna say it was 45, just because it would be like difficult terrain across some of the pews.
yeah, so then we'll
Grab
stay
my
here.
arrows for me.
Or do I see any silver tipped arrows on the ground around me?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 17.
You
Eagle
see,
eye.
how many were there, Vincent? How many did you
I
fire
think
over that
4.
direction? You see all 4 of them in this instance, and you see one is sticking out of the arm of the vampire, and 3 are sort of on the pew near the
Okay.
vampire where they've healed and pushed the arrows out of them.
So I've used my movement. I've used my attacks. I haven't used my bonus action. So would I be able to pick up the arrows in the middle of fighting F and kind of like underhand heave them towards Vincent?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Not
Go
dead
ahead.
yet.
Go ahead and just make an athletics check for it.
Okay.
I want to see if you can like get them towards Vincent. That's the real key here.
So if it's an athletics check, that's a strength check, and I'm raging still. So is that advantage?
Correct.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So in one swift movement, you run over, bash the vampire with your axe in the head, and then slash at it, reach over into the pew, and then toss these arrows sort of back over your shoulder. And they land in and around the feet of this commoner, but they do not hurt anybody.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, wait, who? Oh, they're right in front
They're
of
like
me.
right in front of
They're
me.
right near you.
Yeah.
This
Alright.
poor old lady who's like, "Oh dear, there's arrows now," and she like continues to run.
Yeah, how's she not?
Thanks,
on
Axel!
here? Yeah. Now I end turn.
All right. That brings us to Uriel. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll take some attacks at this storm of bats in front of me.
Okay.
So 13, is that it?
I believe that hits. Yes, it does.
Oh, hell yeah. So 14 damage.
Still up, but definitely bloodied. As you knock several bats to the ground. That's also a hit.
So another 9 damage.
Go ahead and describe this as you blow back the rest of the bats against the stone wall.
So I guess I like hold out my spear and like spin it, all like anime style, and just slice through all the bats in one like super move.
As the bats fall to the ground, you smell Riku. You in particular. Give me an Arcana check.
You got it, boss. $17.
Good enough. All you needed in this instance was a 13. And that would be because 10 plus 3, 3 for the level of spell, you recognize the scent of bat guano, one of the integral pieces of the arcane spell known as Fireball. And as you smell the bat guano splattering against the stone, it hits the torch here and gives off puffs of little fireworks, almost like a firecracker, as it hits, as Uriel annihilates this swarm. But they are gone.
Okay.
You do believe that you could pick up the bits of guano they hold as some sort of arcane fuel, if necessary.
Guano gang, alright.
Anything else, Uriel?
Let's see. So I guess I will then move up here on the other side of this guy. Like go around this way. backup C over here.
Okay. Done and done. Sort of leaping through the
Ooh, I get-
pews.
Yeah, I get bonus action, shove him.
Ah, gotcha. Go for
Try
it.
to knock him prone. Ooh, will 25 do it?
25 is almost assuredly going to do it. Give me a moment. Yeah, yep. Alright, so he is prone. That guy's almost dead. Alright, and that's your full turn, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Isaac Strozny is going to make his... Oh, nice. He's going to make his check with a natural 20. So he's only going to take half damage. Go ahead and roll the moonbeam damage for him.
Oh no. 16.
I
It's
can't
only
believe
hit-
this goddamn moonbeam is still up.
Right?
He's not taking damage. I haven't
Yeah,
even
it's
had to
true.
ask
I
for a
know. I've
concentration
been keeping
check for
track.
it. Keep thinking about it, and I was just like, it's not happening yet. Strozny is going to attack Strahd a few times. Oh, hells yeah. Natural 20 and a 15. The 15 is going to miss, but he does get a crit on Strahd with his axe.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And then he will use his firearm as well. And so you see him lay into Strahd, dealing 34 points of damage in the midst of the moonbeam. That will be the end of his turn, but in the middle of that, Strahd will strike back. He is done with Isaac Strozny, and he is going to attempt to strike him multiple times. The first one is going to be a hit, and the second one is going to be a hit. He is going to do quite a bit of damage here. So far it's 17, 36, 49 points of damage against Isaac Strozny.
Huh.
It was that,
That would-
I mean, that first one
that
was
would
big.
down me.
Rictavio sees this and he goes, "No, not today." And he reaches his arm through the fire, and he's going to make or through the moonbeam, he's going to make his Constitution saving throw. That's a 15. What's he need, Uriel?
I think a 14.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
good.
So go ahead and roll damage. He's only going to take half, and he is going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Damn.
14
Okay.
damage.
So he'll take 7, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds, and he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a big roll too. He's going to give Isaac Strozny 20 more health. That will be his turn. The saber-toothed tiger will attempt a strike, reaching in, and it will get a 17. I'm going to say Strahd's close enough to him that he doesn't need to take damage from this. He will hit, doing 12 points. Strahd is just finely bloodied a little bit ago. He has had he has had 130 damage dished out to him, and you can see that his wounds are not closing, and that you can begin to see the bone and sinew beneath as the axe, the fire, the tooth, the claw, the rapier all begins to take its toll.
And he's in like the beam of holy light, so
my gosh.
that's gotta
he's-
help.
Is this the
He is
moment?
burning.
Is this the moment? Could we do it early and be lucky? Or can he escape at any moment?
He could probably just, dip at any moment.
Ah,
Never know.
I know.
So that would be the swarm of bats. Lots of swarms of bats. They're going to take a bunch of hits against the were ravens. Oof, poor were ravens. And the scout. Okay, so I'm just going to say the scout's dead automatically because that one hit. This is going to come this way against Axel. They will take a strike against Axel. That's going to be a miss. The were ravens are going to take. This is both were ravens, mind you. Only 2 points of damage, so they're still holding on pretty well, actually.
Not bad.
I thought for sure that these guys were going to be dead much faster. But that would be the swarm of bats. It is the vampire spawn's turn. They're going to lay into the were ravens. 1, 2, 3. Oops. That would be a 13. That's going to be a miss, I think. Nope, that's a hit. 9 points of damage. All right, they're finally going to hurt these guys a bunch. 9. All of the were ravens are bloodied. And on the second strike, that's another hit. Ooh, this could be bad. All of the were ravens are like at quarter health, basically. There we go.
Oh snap!
Which leaves their turn. They're going to try to dish out a bunch of damage with their short swords to try to provide cover for all of you. That one didn't take. I'm going to say heal. Sorry, I just have to heal these vampires back up because some of them didn't take certain types of damage. Their short sword attacks miss, and they're all going for the vampire spawn, which brings us to Esmeralda. She will take some strikes at Strahd, poking through with her rapier. Once, twice, and only one of them will hit. She will deal 10 points of damage. It's actually pretty good. Vincent, what would you like to do?
Well, things have changed in a turn. But,
Have.
still stick to my plan, I think. Oh,
Moving forward with the whip.
it's tough. It's tough. Oh, we're gonna abandon. We're gonna switch back to bow. Abandon strategy. So I'll use my bonus action to switch back to my bow. Just silly to switch anyway, but I had my AC up for half a turn, so it is what it is. And then I will take a pot shot at Strahd. Why not? Silvered arrow.
All right.
Uh, 15.
Is exactly what you needed.
Well, I'll take it. Alright. So 8 damage.
Okay. And that was
And
against.
this
that-
time
was that-
that was Strahd.
Oh, that was Strahd.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, is a 15 hit Strahd?
A 15 does not hit Strahd.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that was a vampire spawn.
Yeah, that's alright. Then I'm gonna take another shot at Strahd.
Okay.
Another miss. Alright, well, that's it. I'll look
Okay.
sad in the middle of the battlefield.
But that brings you back to your bard, who's the one person that can make you happy, Vincent. What would you like to
Makes
do?
everybody happy. So, is this guy still prone? Is the question.
He is.
Riku's gonna slide in and give him a quick poke. He sees him on the ground, vulnerable. Uh, 18.
That's a hit.
Oh, max damage.
Damn.
Yeah. We'll do that, and then with my bonus action, we're gonna let's see. Do I heal anybody? I don't know if I should. I feel like I should kind of hold on to him for a little bit longer. All the homies are doing okay for HP, right? For the most part.
Full
I think
health.
Uriel is the most hurt.
I have like 20 something.
21 of 40 or something like that.
I'll toss you a couple. We'll do bonus action healing word on my man, or Uriel over here. 8 points, max heal.
Nice.
Oh.
Wow, max damage roll my rapier, max heal with my healing word. Feeling good about this round. We're gonna end there.
And the rapier was 13 points.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. That brings us to the scouts are dead. I didn't take this one off, I think. Oh no, I did. I took them all off. Scouts are dead. That brings us to Strahd. Strahd will make his Constitution saving. Actually, he's going to use his last legendary resistance, so he's only going to take half damage. Go ahead and roll the damage, Uriel. Okay, so he'll take 6 of it. He will exit the moonbeam, and he will take multiple attacks on Rudolf van Richten. Oh no, better than that. Strahd is going to cast Fireball. And he is going to cast it basically on himself. Actually, where does he want to put this? He wants to put it somewhere it's not going to hurt Irina, but basically everyone else. 15, 20. So if he casts it here, I think that's a 20-foot radius, and it's going to hit everyone else. So Vincent, reflex dexterity saving throw, please. And I'm going to do dexterity saving throws for everyone else in this group. Is Extrosny, he is going to succeed. Rictavio is going to fail.
I only got a 13.
Oh,
Does that
that
hurt
is a
does it himself? Or does
It
it not
does.
hurt himself?
It does hurt himself.
What? This guy's a madman.
He is a madman. Esmeralda is going to succeed, and then the saber-toothed tiger is going to.
I'm gonna need your help, Riku.
Riku's burning these healings.
Quick.
fail.
Uh,
So that is, I believe, 8d6. Is that right?
That sounds something in that ballpark.
All right. Let's just double
wait,
check
should I
that.
use my inspiration? This is a good time to use that, right? Is this
I'll
inspirational
I'll
or
roll.
no?
Let me roll damage, and then you can determine. 28 points of damage.
Oh, I'll take that.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm using my inspiration.
Damn.
Oh, so
You're
it
not-
doesn't.
you're not
It
in
doesn't
it.
hit you, Ariel.
Yeah, you're
Oh, it
way.
doesn't?
No, you're not even close.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm hurt, but
Oh yeah, I just got back to my computer. Whew.
So it hurts quite a bit of folk. Isaac Strosny only takes 14. Rictavio takes, I believe I said he failed, so he takes 28. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw for concentration. He's good. The spell remains up. Protection from good and evil is still good on Isaac Strosny. Esmeralda takes 14. The tiger takes a full 28. That might do the tiger, actually.
No, not the tiger.
Nope, tiger's okay. Tiger's all good. Tiger is down to 12 HP out of 52. And Strahd himself, let's see what Strahd does. Does he make his own dexterity saving throw? Oops. 13. He does not. So he's going to take the 28 points of damage. And you can
Damn.
see him laughing as his clothes are burning. The carpet in the floor is on fire. The saber-toothed tiger has fire burning across patches of its fur. The explosion bursting down the door to the office. And you can see Irina Vincent, from where you are, you can see Irina has now actually moved back into this corner and is like looking at the door that has been blown off its hinges from this fireball. Everyone in the area is heavily singed, at the very least, even if they did not take full damage. You can see Izek Strozny. Parts of his flesh are burned and scarred away, some from the moonbeam, some from the fireball. And he is laughing. This is the best fight I've had in years. If I had to guess, at least 100. Or, well, maybe it was last year when I killed that wizard. Who knows? This is excellent. And he's like licking his own blood off of like, he's like touching it on his arms and then like licking it off of his fingers as he looks you all down. Axel, what would you
Yeah.
like to do?
Well, goddamn. So Strahd's got the door open to the room where Irina is. But he's already bloodied, so he's at half. I feel like I got
did like 30 points of damage to himself.
yeah. I feel like I got F. F has got to be close, so we'll do. What's Blinksy been doing this whole time?
He has been sitting on the pews, knees up to his chest, or well, you know, his pot belly, and he's rocking back and forth, the monkey hiding in his shirt, and he's crying, "This no toy, this no Blinksy."
Well, eventually, I'll get his
Probably
monkey
not.
from him. Yeah.
One of these
So we're going to attack F recklessly with no great weapon master, just a regular old silver great axe attack with a miss.
Okay.
12. But we're gonna try again because that's what we do. Try again. Same thing as the last attack.
I feel like you guys have been rolling really rough tonight.
13. So no dice on 2 attacks with advantage.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
That's why I'm saying I think you guys have been getting really shafted by the dice tonight.
That's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do. So I attacked F.
How many more times can you miss though? Right?
Yeah.
Gambler's fallacy.
I would say my bonus action, I'm gonna give tell Blinksy like he doesn't have any weapons or anything, right? He's just like a useless toy maker.
Yeah.
All right. I will still shame him for just sitting there. And yeah, and my
You
turn.
disgust me.
Your monkey would be so much better off with me.
Yeah.
He's
pretty
going to
much,
begin crawling over in this direction, and he's going to like grab at your like armor and clothing. Please save me. Please save Blinksy.
Yeah. I mean,
Make
It'll
him give me
cost
the
you-
monkey for saving him.
yeah. Well, you'll be paying me, but yeah. I don't say it for free.
Uriel, what would you like to do?
So I would see that Strahd has moved out of the moonbeam that I made like special for him, and I would use my action. Can I move it in a way that like only hits him?
Yeah, I think we can do that. It would be in between Rictavio and Vincent, but we can do that.
I would do that.
All right. So like right here?
Yep.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll damage, and I will make a saving throw for him.
Bald man finally isn't in it.
13 damage.
You can move it.
He is going to save, so he's only going to take 7.
But he can't heal.
He can't heal at this point. That's right. Is that your full turn? Anything else you'd like to do?
Next, I move over to this side so that Riku has advantage
Oh,
whenever
nice.
he attacks.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Izek Strozny, it is his turn. Before that happens, Strahd is going to take several more attacks against Rictavio, which is going to be a hit and a hit. He is
Turns
going
this
to
guy
do.
get per round. Jeez.
He gets a lot. That's
It's gonna
the
do like 60 damage right here.
yeah.
Are these his legendary actions or his turn?
This is a legendary action.
Damn,
25, 33,
this guy's a dick.
3, 40. What is that? 33 plus 60, 49.
Shit.
Rictavio goes down.
No!
Not
Doesn't
in a
really
full
do
pool of
much.
blood, but he does go down nonetheless. Isaac Strosny yells, "I'm gonna kill him!" And he rushes over once more. Full-blown axe attack. 16 is actually what he needed to hit. Can Strahd do anything against that? No, he cannot. Both of them hit. Oh, 9 points of damage. And then the second one. All right. So, several things happen all at once. The second axe attack hits Strahd, and there is a burst of flame as the axe goes into him, and you can see the moonbeam sort of shoot deep inside. And then it splits down through him. That the place where there was shadow beneath him, that the moonbeam did not reach, suddenly cuts through and arcs and cuts him in half. And the axe slides down through with the moonbeam, and he splits in two. And as he does so, he begins to dissipate. And he says, "You fools, I am the land. You cannot kill me in this way." And Strahd is no longer on the battlefield.
Oh,
He has
shit.
been defeated for now.
Does that fall in line with the moonbeam everything?
He is gone off the battlefield for now. I don't know if he's fully dead. You don't know if he's fully dead or not. I mean, he's a vampire. He's pretty powerful. He says he is the land, whatever that means. But that is Isaac Strasny's turn. And I am going to make a Constitution saving throw for Rictavio, which he succeeds. He is not fully dead.
Riku, you gotta save him.
Yeah.
I will.
Tiger is going to go all the way over to here on his turn. Swarm of bats. Swarm of bats will attack.
Because he could also heal Vincent once I get him up too.
Riku, a 12 is a miss, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Were Ravens. That is actually going to be a hit on them. And then Axel. 13 is a miss. This Were Raven over here, however, does fall.
Oh no.
So that one is off the map.
Is that C or B?
That was A. The Were Raven was A that fell.
Okay.
This one will move over here to Vincent. Vincent, you now have a swarm of bats in your face. And that one is going to take a strike at you, and that's going to be a 17 to hit.
It'll miss.
Oh, it'll miss. Okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I don't have my shield anymore.
Okay, so that's going to be a hit. That's going to do 6 points of damage to you. Vampires, there's a few of these left. They are going to begin to flee.
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah. So anyone around C, including the Were Raven, can get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for the Were Raven.
It's a dirty 20 for Riku.
The 19 for me. Ooh. And I am going to smite him with my attack of opportunity.
Okay.
11 damage from Riku.
11 damage from Riku.
Let's see.
2, 3, 4. Oh.
So 30 damage total.
Okay, that significantly damages that one. And he will 5, 10, 15, 20. And he'll flee out the window here. The others will begin to flee in the same direction. This way, out the windows. Axel, would you like to take an attack of opportunity against this one?
Can I take my attack of opportunity in the form of a grapple?
That's a good question.
What a question. What a move.
So they don't grant the attack action. So therefore, no.
Okay, so it's just
Just
well,
an attack.
if this thing's gonna run away, we're gonna Hail Mary, recklessly attack Great Weapon Master, this thing, F, with our silvered
There's a chance you could kill it.
great
I will
axe.
say.
Big money. That's 21 minus 5. That's a 16, folks.
That's a hit.
Okay.
That's a hit. If you roll at least a 9, I think you kill it.
Boom. Ratata.
It is
20
dead.
25, yeah.
It had 22 hit points. And so you do kill this one. This one falls to the ground.
Nice.
The others, I'm going to say, are going to make it out. The bats begin to disperse, and they fly immediately and directly up. Axel, Riku, Vincent, if you would like, you may take attacks of opportunity against the bats, because they're just going to flee.
Yep.
Yeah. And we...
Yep.
18.
I think
That's a
at
hit.
One time...
10 damage.
Didn't Uriel
actually pretty good.
kill them with like... Okay, so I'll do the damage
Yeah,
now.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 hits the bats.
So 16 damage to the one that I was attacking.
Okay.
I'll do 8 to the bats. Why not?
Okay. And as all of these creatures begin to flee, you look around the room. Your spells dissipating, Esmeralda running up to Rudolf van Richten and healing him with some sort of magic. She specifically uses Cure. And so she does 1d8 damage, or 1d8 back to him, and he does rise.
Nice.
Isaac Strozny, who's barely holding on, he's down on one knee. Irina saying, "What's going on out there?" And you can hear the shifting of furniture as she says, "Is everything okay?" The room begins to calm. The dying lying on the floor bleeding.
Are there any that we
Those-
can like stabilize? Because I still have all my healing.
The
so,
tiger
if they should
survived,
go.
right? That's pretty good. Yeah. The tiger could probably use some healing.
I could use some healing.
Riku goes to the center of the room and then cleans his blade off and sheaths it and says, we may have won the battle, but this is just the start of the
Yeah.
war."
Should at least use your second wind, Vincent.
As this is all happening, there is another were-raven who shows up. They fly down in through one of the broken windows, and they specifically go to Danica and begin to talk to her softly. And then you can see from afar putting a hand on her shoulder, beak pointed towards the ground, tears falling from their face. Danica looks shocked. The children begin clasping at their mother's dress, fear on all of their faces. Van Richten, or Rictavio as you knew him, has come to ever so slightly. "Oh, we beat him? He's gone for now? Oh, thank goodness. That's the worst vampire I've ever encountered."
He is the worst.
That guy
For now.
sucks.
He will be back and in greater numbers. Riku puts his hand on, what's this, Strozny?
Yeah, I'm going on here.
What's his name?
Isaac Strosny.
Yeah, Riku puts his hand on his shoulder and casts Healing Word.
And you can see some of the like burn marks and some of the damage that the moonbeam caused begin to like
Gives him
stitch.
8 HP back.
Yeah, it stitches himself back up a little bit. He
And then-
looks incredibly battered, however.
And then Riku just says, "I'm glad I was able to get that vampire out of your head. I hope you can see and think clearly now.
And he
It
just
didn't seem like you were before."
he looks at you, almost as if you're not there, and then rushes over to the door. Where's my sister? Where is she?
We've kept her safe this whole time.
Irina, you and Axel are in the room. You're blocking the doorway from Isaac. He wants to get in. He looks like he could still be violent.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything in particular?
Is there like a check I could do to determine his what kind of he sounds pretty rabid right now. Could I like
Yeah.
insight check him and
Yeah.
Riku just healed him.
yeah, I mean,
I
this
know.
guy,
He's unhinged.
yeah. So 16.
He is clearly still unhinged to the point where you don't know if he will attack you or not to get into the room to Irina. She has moved away some of the furniture. She's standing behind you. You're able to sort of like move the door enough to be able to step in, but you don't trust him.
Yeah, I got the boys to back me up. Plus, I was told by the dogs that this guy he's not nice to the dogs.
This is true.
So we're stopping him. Oh, I say, whoa. You shouldn't. Why don't you not come in here?
Roll a persuasion check to try to de-escalate this situation.
Wait, is this? And he's the but. Wait, this isn't the butler, is it?
Butler, what are you talking about?
He's
The guy that was mean to the dogs. I thought
He-
that was the guy that I was
He-
looking for.
he is the burgomaster's man. I think it's the same person you're thinking of, Vincent.
The one that
Where
was having the doll made.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, all right. This
I'm
is
gonna
the guy I've been
use,
looking for.
I'm gonna use my
I'm over with
session
the Were-Ravens.
inspiration on this roll.
Okay, go
Yeah.
for it.
I don't know if a 10's gonna cut it. And I got an 8. So
He says, "Step aside before I barge my way in."
look, you want to wrestle?
Riku tries to calm the situation. Says, "Look, man, we just fought that guy together. You'll get to see your sister. Just you gotta cool down, all right?
Yeah.
You're at a 12. You gotta knock it down to like a 7 or lower, all right, bud?" Riku tries to calm the situation.
Make a persuasion check. The DC is higher on this Riku than it was
Okay.
before for Axel. This is the point of last return, basically, for this.
17.
A 7. That was exactly what you needed. I went from
Oh,
a 14
nice.
to a 17.
Nice.
He sort of looks at you as if he's about to punch you. And it's almost as if you can see that he's regained control over the demon arm as he sort of lets it fall to his side. I spent my life looking for her. You don't understand. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know. The name, it all makes sense now. Tatiana, you're my sister.
Yeah, so you guys have much to catch up on, but I just want to make sure you have your wits about you before you start swinging that thing again. He points at his axe.
And Irene is sort of like popping her head out, or the person he calls is Tatiana. She's sort of popping her head out, and she's like, "Please, just let's all talk for a bit. Maybe we can go back to the tavern or something." He's like, "I'll go wherever you want."
Yeah, and I think you should introduce this to your friend too. She was pretty useful in that fight back there.
Rick Tavio is sort of sitting up, and you can see that she's on her haunches, sort of sitting over him, holding his hand, talking to him softly. And she says, "You mean Rudolph and I? My name's Esmeralda de Avenir, vampire huntress at your pleasure. Sounds like you already know our friend here."
We've come across each other a few times. Seems like good people.
Some of the best indeed. Is there a place we can get a drink? Maybe pull ourselves together a little bit, someplace away from all the blood.
Yes, I think we know a spot.
Yeah. Let's go.
Vincent,
Should we go check on what's the Raven lady's name that Vincent's with?
Danica.
Danica. We should check with Danica and the kids, make sure they're okay. I don't know if they know about their dad yet.
Vincent, what are you doing over there?
Vincent is consoling and making sure the were-ravens are okay.
They're all very, very upset. The children have tears streaming down their faces. Danica her face has gone completely white. She is in shock. You can see sorrow, grief, shock all strewn across her face. The were-ravens are sort of tending to their wounds. C and B, not the one who just showed up, but the two who had been in the fight, were near death, and they barely made it out alive. They're holding their arms, their wings, and themselves together with what they can, but none of them are doing well. Danica says, "Let's get back to the bar," and she turns to the were-raven who showed up, the one to deliver the news about Erwin. "Please bring his body to the Blue Water Inn. We at the very least we'll bring it with us." Oh God! And you can see that she like begins to break down.
Vincent will try to console her and offer, I don't know, condolences and say, that no one, trust me, I hate this guy and I will get revenge on him.
Roll. Let me think about this. I want you to roll something, but I don't know what. I feel like a wisdom check of some sort, or I don't want to say persuasion. I don't think that's the right thing. Maybe an insight check if you want, but I'm going to leave it up to you as to what to roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say like performance, but I have a -1, so I don't want to perform.
Well,
But it's
so
genuine.
are you?
So I
It
don't
is
know.
genuine. Okay.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
genuine, then I want to say like
Well,
roll.
the point is, I'm trying to get brownie points with the were-ravens, because like,
No, I
Wants
get
to
you.
be one of them.
yeah.
I get you.
So I'm just kind of like,
Uh,
but also I do hate Strahd. It's not a lie. It's just
no, I
kind of
know.
like,
Oh, I get you. Go ahead and
all right,
roll
yeah, I don't know.
insight or a wisdom check. I want to say.
Insight's fine, yeah. Insight, yeah. Boom. 16.
That's pretty good. It's taken appropriately. She sort of like pulls herself together momentarily and says, "Thank you, Vincent. Can you and your friends escort us all back to the tavern? I assume they'll meet us there with the body. We can talk things over, discuss our next moves. I don't want to be in this bloodbath anymore. We came here because the town square was a bloodbath. Oh God."
Of course, you and the children need to go to relax. We'll take care of this situation,
Okay.
and then
And
we'll escort them back.
they and their were-raven friends begin to walk briskly towards the Blue Water Inn. Is that what everyone else is going to do as they begin to approach you?
I
Yeah,
think so, yeah.
I think Blinksy should come too. Yeah, he's
At first, he's like crawling
yeah.
across the pews.
Blinksy boy.
Oh.
And then Vincent's gonna then, because he did kind of just realize that that's the guy I've been looking for this whole time. And he was just kind of, I want to do it kind of inconspicuously, but confirm like with Blinks, like, hey, that guy, and point at Strozny. Say, it's the guy that was asking to make the dolls.
Yes, that's and that's the woman. And he points towards Irina as she sort of like comes out of the room with Axel.
Somebody should also pick up Erwin's body. He's probably still out there dead.
And as
horse
Danica and
sick.
the Ravens come near, they actually say
What
like,
about,
"We have that covered."
what about this guy? like
Uh,
someone
He's in a
important?
pool of blood.
Like no, I know
He
he's dead,
dead.
but I'm saying like, is he someone important? Like
Yeah,
the
just leave
priest?
him. Leave
He's
the
a-
rest of the bodies.
He's the dumbass priest who let a bunch of vampires
Yeah.
come into his
Saber-tooth
church.
tiger will take care of all these bodies.
it is Father Lucian. He was the priest of the Kirk of St. Andrew that you are currently within. And per Strahd, this was during last session in particular, but Strahd said something along the lines of the bones of St. Andrew went missing under Father Lucian's watch. And that was why they were allowed within what was previously a hallowed space.
Yeah, sounds like this church has been tainted. We should remove the valuables from it.
That's a great idea.
Axel
always
says, like,
banking,
you
Axel.
know,
That
half,
means that this guy must have
half-heartedly.
some secrets.
But
some
Yeah,
secret
kind
this
of
room.
place, this
being
place isn't
serious,
safe anymore.
because
Why don't a few of us will stay behind to make sure nothing important is left behind.
is
The
this
rest,
like a Catholic church that's loaded with gold, like
ancient
religious
relics?
artifacts? Yeah.
I mean, there are things in here that could be of value. Nothing is of high quality, I would say.
Yeah.
If you want to
Vincent's gonna
search it,
Yeah, and Vincent needs to retrieve as many silver arrows as. Make sure he didn't lose any. I
make
think he only
a
lost like one or two.
make an
Like, well, I got all
investigation
the
check.
ones. Okay, that's fine. Got all the ones
Yeah, we
that.
should
what's
we
his
should
name?
totally
No.
investigate this whole place.
Let's say I didn't find the rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you did not pull together the rest.
All right, so I'll down to 10. Lost 2. We'll see. That's fine. I feel like I should get more of these made if we're gonna fight vampires more. Why not? I don't want to
Oop.
feel compelled to like not use them.
Yeah, they're probably a good investment.
I guess we should go talk to these people, figure out what's going on, and then maybe come back and loot.
Yeah, we can come back here and look. I mean, we should get back to.
'Cause, yeah, these
I
bodies.
want to escort the were ravens back. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
what, we'll get them back to the pub. We'll and then we gotta talk to this girl, and I'll figure she'll probably tell us a little bit more about vampires and how to really kill Strahd.
Okay. So as you leave the church together, one of the were-ravens flies off, and you can see another 2 or 3 ravens meeting up with him in midair. Just ravens instead of being a were-raven. But they are all flying in the direction of the town square to go retrieve Erwin Martikov's body. You all somberly walk through the rain towards the Blue Water Inn. It is beginning to get towards evening at this point. In terms of the accounting of the situation, you have saved 7, I believe. 7 of the 13, 14 potential citizens. No, sorry. 8 of 15 or 16. So about half of the townsfolk that you could have saved. That's pretty damn good. That actually has implications for later in the session. And you walk somberly back to the Blue Water Inn, which is where we will transition to at this point.
Yeah. We're gonna need like a big conference room.
Yeah.
Lock the doors. Put the close sign up, and we
The-
yeah. Vinny puts the close sign up and shuts the doors behind him.
What I will say is that the Blue Water Tavern is not open to the general public at this point in time, but it is open to the lot of you. Let me bring a bunch of characters in here. And we will have a discussion. The kids are shushed into the kitchen to have meal. With them is the young church boy, and I will put him in there as well. But you have all of the characters that are important for this.
Vincent would break the ice first and just like confront Rick Tavio about not telling us how cool he really was.
He and I want to say that he and Esmeralda are going to be sitting over in this corner, whispering, and it seems as if they are arguing. Isaac Strosny refuses to leave Irina's side, and is casting glances at her as if he's worried that she's going to run away. There are a few were-ravens, but they're sort of either standing guard at the door or watching out in different areas.
Riku would start and say, "How long do we have before he's back?"
And are you asking anyone in particular or the room at large?
It's the whole room.
Rictavio and Esmeralda sort of look over. Danica looks at them, looks at you. My understanding is that, well, let's double check. Few hours, as long as he reaches his coffin in time, which my understanding is that won't be an issue for him in his current form.
Okay.
I mean, but the point was, is he gonna come right back here?
Maybe.
Yeah, like how long will it take him to like regroup?
Oh, he needs quite a day or more to regenerate, is my understanding. And at this point, it's Rictavio who's speaking up. He's, even though a great... No, go ahead.
Then Vincent would just quickly kind of look a little excited and get a little antsy and ask, like, if that's the case, can we hunt him down and finish him off while he's super weak?
Only if you can reach his coffin in time in the depths of Castle Ravenloft, I assume. Or at least
Yeah,
that's
how
where I
far is
believe
that?
his coffin is.
Where's the
Oh,
map
it's...
guy? Vincent looks around. Who's that got our
Oh, I
map?
think that
It's all
that might be a
frantic
little
now.
difficult.
Let me find the Barovian map. There's actually something I want to check.
That might be the call though when we do finally like go after him for good.
Well, I mean, I think we've learned that if we had a special sword and if
Well, that at least
we're
bought
at
us
a
a little bit
certain
of time.
place, then I think we could kill him proper. I think it was just because we weren't.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be strong enough to go back to that castle.
Yeah, we got to go
Yeah.
get that sword from
Yeah,
that
in like a
castle.
level or two, I'm sure we'll be strong enough to go back there.
Actually, well, well, because if we're actually talking this out loud, maybe Vincent would infer to Rictavio about a special sword. See if he knows about it. If we're just openly talking about it.
He
Oh, yeah,
does
might as well.
not. Okay, so I guess the question is, are you providing him with all the information you were provided from
Well, if we
Madame
just
Eva?
no, if we were just talking about the sword in general and we would then I would just like kind of look at him and be like, by the way, have you heard of what was the name? How did we know the sword to be called by the light?
Sword of Sunlight.
Sort of.
The weapon of vengeance. The sword of sunlight.
Yeah.
That. We'd refer to it as the like legend we were told, I guess. And just know and ask him if there's like some special sword to beat Strahd that he knows about.
Gotcha.
More generic than specific.
He does not know of it in particular. Do you tell him about where you believe it's located?
We tell him we know where it is.
Argynvost Holt.
Okay, we tell him Argynvost Holt.
Understood. I know that that was once upon a time a place where a great dragon lived.
Would you help us retrieve a special weapon?
I
You think that it could help defeat Strahd, and it's seemingly in a very dangerous place. And Vincent's gonna try to elicit their help
uh
and
they
nudge
kind of
Riku to convince them.
look at you. They're not necessarily willing to at this time. They say like, let's. I mean, if you believe it's really truly a weapon that can help destroy the vampire himself, then I think maybe we would be interested in helping you retrieve it. Um, yes,
Listen,
maybe.
frankly, I mean, this whole place, and Vincent's kind of like looking around, is new to us. We're stuck here. I want to get out of here. He reiterates how much I hate Strahd because he's just some game to him. So I don't know if this sword will help, and if it is real, but if there's a chance, I'm willing to take it. Kind of is inspired to defeat Strahd again. Any means possible.
Okay. And as you're saying all this, he says, "Look, I think, well, at least one of us, and you can see that there's a strangeness between the two of them. Um, they seem both willing to help and unwilling to help, and you actually think that there's something between Esmeralda and Rictavia, and you can't quite place it. Esmeralda pipes up and says, "I'll help. I'll help you go to the place that you call Argenvostolt. I, even if Rudolph here will not, I will."
Vincent would go over to Rick, or first he would address her and say, "Thank you," and we'd be genuinely excited because he thinks she's could
Yeah,
probably really help.
those monsters we ran into there were tough. We had
Yeah, and then go to
use all the help
Rictavia
we
and
could get.
go, "Hey, we could really use your help."
And Rictavia will go, "I prefer to work alone." And you can hear Esmeralda pipe up at this and be like, "Rictavio, we all want the same thing here. It's okay." And you can see that there's an odd look on her face as she says this to him.
All right. Well, if all this is this obvious, Vincent will. Hey, you guys a thing or something? It's a lovers' quarrel going on here.
Esmeralda begins to laugh and she's, "No, no, no. If anything, father-daughter. Although Rictavio here doesn't always see it that way. He simply doesn't know what's best for him.
Uh,
That's all."
All right. Well, I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. He's probably trying to protect you. You probably are super powerful as you look, and you just want to, spread your wings and fly. But I think we all need to be on the same page here.
No, I fully agree. I fully agree. What is it you would like to know about me? And, may I ask questions about you?
Do you have a saber-toothed tiger as well?
Oh, sadly, no, no. That is a Rictavio special by the looks of it here. And you called this land Barovia. Is that correct, Rictavio? And he sort of nods.
Yeah, we're stuck here. We don't know where we are.
Indeed. Like many of the places, the darkest domains that touch the world that we all call Toril, this particular demiplane appears indeed horrific. She sort of like looks around and glances around, casting a hand.
Vincent wants to point out her inside of her coat, stakes. Say, what's up with those? Those more
In,
pot, you know.
Indeed. No, these are just, if you down a vampire, you put one of these through their heart and they don't get, well, at least the vampire spawn, they don't get back up.
Ah,
Ooh, where'd you get
Rictavio
those?
here taught me everything I knew.
can I
Do you
get
make
one of
those
those?
yourself, or like is there someone somewhere that makes them?
Oh, I make them myself. Just whittle down a stick, have yourself a steak.
I'm gonna make me one of them.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
I like that you have plenty prepared.
Indeed.
Um, have you been have you fought Strahd before? Do you know how powerful he really is?
I
Can
have
we
never
defeat him?
fought the one that you all call Strahd
Well, that's the one.
myself.
Well, you just did.
I mean,
That's
until
the guy.
today. Uh,
Why were you chasing him then?
I wasn't. I was actually following rumors. Everyone make a history check, please. Let's see what everybody got.
Euro
Oh.
didn't have books where he grew up.
Okay, Riku. It's thematically appropriate that the only individual who would recognize this name, now that it's been said a few times, would be Riku. And Riku, as you hear it, the name Rudolf van Richten strikes a chord during your travels across the Sword Coast. That there were one or two bards who spoke and sang of the valiant tales of an individual, supposedly the greatest vampire hunter of them all, the one they dubbed Rudolf van Richten. And she says, she points at him and addresses him once more as Rudolf van Richten. She says, I heard rumors across the Sword Coast of this one supposedly going to a place they called Barovia. It took me quite a while to find some Vistani I could befriend and tail before killing and entering the country myself.
Do you know how to get out? What was your
I-
plan to get out?
And she laughs at this. There's only ever one way out, and that's through the heart of the vampire themselves. In this instance, it sounds like Count Strahd, the one we fought today.
So just to confirm, you got your way into a place looking for this guy, knowing full well that you won't be able to leave unless you kill the most powerful being running it. This guy
That's
must mean a lot to you.
that's what we've done before. And he's like my father. He's like a father figure to me. He taught me everything I know about vampire hunting. He spared people I love. I owe him a great debt.
Well, you found him.
You've escaped a
did
place
we.
like this before?
Indeed, we have the land of Darkon. And Rudolf van Richten, the one you knew as Rictavio, puts a hand on her shoulder and he goes, "No more. I wish not to speak of Darkon, but we have escaped a place like this before. Let me ask you all this. Have any of you discovered or seen a spire, roughly 10 feet tall, 11 feet tall, of pure obsidian black? Any place here within the country of Barovia?"
Was there one at the little ritual thing we did?
I
Where
don't think
someone-
so.
There was not.
Okay, then no.
Hmm.
Not that I remember.
Not yet. Not in our travels so far.
Not yet.
Indeed. If you come across it, I think it's important. I've not determined it yet, but there are a number of similarities between this place, this land they call Barovia, and the country I am from, the one they call Darkon. You see, we defeated the vampiric master of Darkon ages back, about 10 years ago, I would say at this point. But when we did so, the land was not freed until we destroyed the Obsidian Spire along with the Vampire Lord. And when it became free, the peoples of Darkon were lost to the sands and mists of time for the most part. Some of us were able to walk out, but it appears that the vampire are the land themselves in these instances. And that
That's
the souls,
That's
Yeah,
what Strahd said.
That's what Strahd said when he disappeared.
indeed.
What, we have to take down his whole castle?
I don't believe his keep is the spire that I speak of. Although, if I had to guess, that's almost assuredly where the spire would be. What I would say is we have to kill him, stake through the heart in his coffin, after you defeat him in battle. And then we have to find the spire within the keep and take it out. The souls that he has consumed, and he looks over at Danica and says, I'm sorry, though you may understand some of this. The souls that he has consumed in this land are probably lost forever. Those who have souls, and he nods at Danica at this point, like our beautiful innkeeper and her children and her husband, in this land will be free to walk out, if they so wish. These lands that the vampire hold in these forms have become so tainted, and the consumption of them so cruel and unjust, that the souls that they churn through are eaten up, chewed up, and consumed and spit out in such a way that the populace is replenished, regenerated, generation after generation, time immemorial, and slowly ground to dust. These places, the souls in them, they are what fuels the existence of this place. And I believe the obsidian spires have something to do with that, though I've not discovered what in particular. Tell me more of this sword, though, that you seek.
We got a prophecy told to us that a weapon of vengeance, a sword of pure sunlight, would help us take down Strahd.
At this
That we could find
Esmeralda,
it at Argynvost Holt Keep.
yeah, and at this Esmeralda sort of like perks up. Prophecy? Vistani prophecy.
Indeed.
Yep.
She sort of looks at Rudolph Van Richten and says, You know they hold truth. He sort of nods begrudgingly by the looks of it. They do. Sounds important. We find you this sword. Anything else to do with the prophecy then?
No.
Well, we visited there once before, but it was guarded by some pretty strong undead guardians.
And at this, Danica sort of pops up and she says, Knights of the Silver Order. They served the dragon Argynvost during his life, supposedly fighting a great force of evil before the Count and his folk came and visited the land. It was then that they were struck down and the Count took over. I don't know the specifics of it, but that is my understandings of the situation. She
They
goes
were
back to
certainly
nursing her
unhappy
wine.
that we were there.
Indeed. The dead should stay dead, and when they're not, they tend to be troublesome and meddlesome. At this, the door opens, and the were-raven lets another individual in. One that you recognize as the person who was sneaking. I believe it was Vincent who saw this. The person who was sneaking between the alleyways to go whisper in Rudolph Van Richten's ear that the Vistani were on their way to the town square. And as he comes in, he nods first at Rictavio Van Richten. Apologies for coming at this hour, but I would like to convey my condolences to the innkeeper and his family, as well as to beseech you. I have been watching the Amber Temple for many years, and I believe that it is highly important in the destruction of those we all wish to see destroyed. And at this, Danica rises off of her stool, downing her wine and throwing the glass across the room into the wall over here. And she says, For all the years that I've led the Keepers of the Feather, for all the years at which we've reached out to you, you now come to us, Casimir Velikov? Now you seek an alliance? Now you seek help? That my husband has died? Why now of all time? Casimir looks appropriately chagrined at this, downtrodden, looks at the floor for a moment and says, "Things have changed. Many things have changed. There are enough forces here that could potentially take down the Count. I heard of what happened today in the Kirk, and I come offering assistance. Me and the Dusk Elves, the few of us that remain, we would like to see vengeance upon him." And Danica sort of sits down and says, "Fine, we'll have it." She looks at the lot of you and says, "I would like to go west and be with my husband's family, my father-in-law. I believe the Ravens and I will retreat there for a time. The children will be safer there. Would you escort us?"
Vincent pipes up and says, "Yeah, how far?" Asks how far west, like where you go.
Where we got the wine, pretty sure.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
That's exactly where.
And that was on the way to. It's kind of on the way, right? Target Festival. Yeah. There was like a
Kinda, yeah.
it was a fork in the road.
It would be past where Arkenvosthol was. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Vincent would keep up his alliance and say that he would, because we're going that way. So we'll get you to safety, and then we can take care of this. Continue this Strahd problem.
Indeed. Esmeralda turns to Rictavio and says, back to the tower with us, would you say?" He sort of nods. "I don't see why not. Probably makes the most sense to go back to the tower for now." They sort of nod each other. "We can accompany you part way at least. And for now, we will be with you." They kind of all look at Irina at this point. "Where would you like to go, dear?" And she sort of looks at the lot of you and says, tears streaming down her face, "Where can I be safe?"
Riku smiles and says, "Nowhere. But at least your chances are better with us, aren't they?" And he kind of like goes over and tries to like like rub her shoulder, cheer up a little.
Make a charisma check.
Well, that was I should have done just straight charisma, right? Either way,
Yeah, that's okay.
it'd be a +4, I think.
Okay. That's good enough. She sort of gives a half-hearted smile. Thank you, Riku. To be fair, you did all defeat the Count in a way that I was not expecting today. And we all have lived to tell the tale, which is more than I can say for many. I will come west with you. Maybe we can look at the town of Kresk for a place of safe haven after this.
That may not be a bad idea. We have not gone there yet, right?
You have not.
That's where originally I thought Irina told us that she could have sought safety. That was like
It's
our original
one of the places.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
one
we
of
had, we had a few choices.
Okay. And yeah, check it out. We heard the guy there could help. There's someone powerful there. He has some title.
The
unique.
abbot.
I'm
The
sure.
abbot.
Yeah, I'm sure it's worth investigating at least a little.
Hey, I'm
Before we
always
leave,
looking for help.
isn't there a like a statue or like shrine or something that we can stop at for some kind of blessing?
That was the church that just fell.
Oh, never mind then.
Although, and Danica actually speaks up and she says, there is a monastery there. Let me pull this up for a moment and just see what she would know in particular of the town of Kresk. Because Kresk is an interesting place. with a few particular aspects of it. It holds a pool and a shrine beneath an abbey of Saint Markovia. It holds a small village with roughly 150 to 200 folk, whereas the town of Valaki probably holds 1,500 to 2,000 people. It is walled in the same way that Valaki is, so it's safer than Barovia in that way, like the town of Barovia. It is set into a hillside, and it is towards the western gate of the Valley of Barovia in general. It is led by the abbot of the Abbey of St. Markovia. All that is known of him at this time is that there have been fewer and fewer travelers between Krezk and Valaki across the past few years, and that folk who do travel there say that sleeping in Krezk overnight has become difficult due to the noises emanating from the abbey. Animalistic sort of noises. Let's pop over to Axel for a moment, who is outside with the saber-toothed tiger. What's going on out there, Axel?
So the Axel is trying to he's talking to the saber-toothed tiger, and he's trying to get him to be his friend and ditch Rictavio and join him. Yeah, for the record, I would have popped into the kitchen and grabbed like a steak.
Okay.
To try to ease the process.
Gotcha. Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 9.
In this instance, the tiger will eat whatever you give it and says, No. Unless you hunt the Vistani, as my master has taught me. No.
All right. I'm just going to have to buy you then. See how it is. And when Rictavio had a second, I would try to, I would just ask him how much.
For the tiger?
Yeah.
The tiger is not for sale, my friend. I have no desire to give him up.
All right. Okay. This conversation isn't over.
Are you joining us for our journey? He looks at Octavio and the lady.
Yeah.
She is. I don't know. What
They're willing to join you so far as they can go back to their tower, which they say is on the edge of Lake Baratok, I believe. And it's roughly halfway to Krezk.
I would have one compromise, and that is maybe the saber-tooth tiger could be Irina's guard dog, because this bald man with this demon arm over here, he's pretty shifty, and looks like
He may get possessed and try to
yeah,
steal
we
it.
might need him to be Irina's guard. Your tiger might need to be Irina's guard dog or guard tiger.
At this, as Extrosny will sort of speak up, and he'll be like, "We need no tiger. I will guard her with my life.
Yeah.
I go where she goes."
What was with the dolls, dude? It was really creepy.
He missed her.
They kept her fresh in my mind.
See?
You mean her no harm?
I mean her no harm.
Fine.
Yeah, why you mean to dogs? I heard the dog was saying you're mean to them. What's up with that?
I'll be mean to you too if you keep getting in my way.
You want to wrestle?
I'll do more than wrestle.
Oh, whoa. If we're going to wrestle, we got to wrestle. You can't just pull out a knife in the middle of a wrestling match.
I fight to win. There's no other type of fighting.
This guy's fucked. This guy's
Grease him up, Axel, and you guys go to the basement.
All right. Well, I'm keeping my one not good eye on you. All right.
Get too close and I'll keep both my hands on you, good or not.
Yeah. Hold me back. Hold me back, Riku. Hold me back.
Riku holds him back.
All right.
And Danica sort of pipes up and says, "Let's rest here for the night. Head out in the morn. Me and my family, some of the were-ravens, will go to the Wizard of Wine's vineyard. Sounds like those two," and she points at Esmeralda and Rudolph Van Richten, "will head to their tower. I do believe I know of the one that was abandoned ages back on the edge of Lake Baratok. And the rest of you are maybe coming with us to the Wizard of Wines and maybe heading on to the town of Kresk. Settled. We'll bring Erwin's body with us," and she nods at one of the were-ravens, who steps outside. "See you all in the morning. I need to be with my children." She walks out back.
So much for the carnival, huh? Today was supposed to be glorious carnival that we were in.
Well, it's definitely eventful.
Look what happened.
All right, and with that, let's end it for the night. We'll pick up from the leaving of the town of Valaki next session, on your way to deliver people to different places and maybe explore your next options.
Great session, everybody.
Good game,
session.
folk.
Yeah, good
Oh my
sesh.
god.
How much?
How did you do that clapping?
There's a soundboard now in Discord.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
record, you can
flag.
make it so we can't use it in case
Oh,
this
please do.
happens.
That's
Uh,
amazing.